and he wins heat number 10. So heat number 11, Calvin Tatum goes into gate number 1 in red, Paul Thorpe is in blue, Andy Smith in white and Joe Screen in yellow and black. Thorpe beaten on 6 points and Tatum, Smith and Screen all on 4 points. That's the way they line up across the gate for heat number 11. Green lights on, the tapes now rise and away they go sweetly into the first turn, and it's a rider in white who is Andy Smith, who's got pole position. Andy Smith with Calvin Tatum tucked in behind him. So Smith leads, Tatum second. The blue helmet colour of Paul Thorpe, who is unbeaten before this race, is in third place. But it's Smith who leads. Now Tatum getting closer by the metre. Smith's just. Tatum second. Thorpe third. Screen fourth in that order. 2 laps gone. Can Tatum come from the back? He's trying the outside line on Andy Smith. Going down the back straight. Still Smith leads. Tatum now trying the outside swoop. Has he got the pace to come from the back? Smith drives out wide with 1 more lap to go. Smith still leads. Now Tatum for his opponent comes up the inside. Has Tatum got it now? Tatum moves sweetly underneath Andy Smith. Magnificent manoeuvre by the previous British champion. But who's going to get there? It's going to be a race tonight. It's just Tatum who gets there. Only just on the line, but what a great race. Tatum punches the air with delight. Andy Smith has to be content with second place, and in third place in all that fabulous action was Paul Thorpe, so Joe Screen failing to score. But Calvin Tatum really was a great manoeuvre down the back straight and round the final third and fourth bend. It was round the outside line, then fought his opponent and drifted up the inside so sweetly as Andy Smith went out to block what he thought was his outside manoeuvre. And just look from there on, Andy Smith was totally foxed as Calvin Tatum sweetly moves through to first place and get the 3 points in heat number 11. So heat number 12, the one before the interval stage here at Brandon Stadium. Martin Dugard red, Neil Collins blue, Alan Graham white, and Chris Louis in yellow and black. Chris Louis on 3, Alan Graham on 2, Neil Collins 4, and Martin Dugard on 5. That's their point scoring potential so far, but this is heat number 12. Into the first turn they drive, and first one to show is red and yellow and black. Dugard and of course Chris Louis, but Chris Louis just from Martin Dugard in second place. So Chris Louis from the outside drove round the pack on the first and second turn. Blue Neil Collins in third place. But all eyes are on this under 21 champion, world under 21 champion, Chris Louis from the Ipswich Witches, who fell in his first outing, heat number 2, but bounced back with tremendous determination and confidence. Won his second outing and looks pretty good for 3 more points in heat number 12. Dugard in second place and Neil Collins still third, and sadly Alan Graham in fourth place. But Chris Louis, well, it's all about confidence, and surely he's got full of it at the moment. After bouncing back from that first fall in heat number 2, which would have knocked the stuffing out of most riders at his age, he's coming back with great charisma. Number 7 on his back, and he'll go into the interval stage on 6 points as he wins. Second place is Martin Dugard. In third place is Neil Collins, but a great win, and that's from Chris Louis in the yellow and black helmet colour. Chris Louis in red, Dave Millett blue, Joe Screen white, and Richard Knight in yellow and black. This is heat 13. Into the first turn they go, and the one to show in red is Chris Louis again. So Chris Louis in red, and just look at Joe Screen coming up around the outside of him. Both riders in particular love coming from the back. Blue is in third place, which is Dave Millett. But it is the red helmet colour of Chris Louis that still leads. So Chris really is finding form here at Brandon. Still second is Joe Screen, still third is Dave Millett, and Richard Knight, who sadly looked to be affected by that fall and well could be looking to fall out of the World Championship as early as the British final, especially after making it through to that World Final in 1990. That would be a shock. Well, all eyes are on the man in pole position with 1 lap to go. Red helmet colour standing out here at Brandon Stadium in late afternoon. It's Chris Louis around the final 2 bends, who's going to straighten up, son of the former British man, of course, John Louis, who gets to the checker flag. Second place is the rider in white, Joe Screen, and the rider in blue, Dave Mellett, gets 1 point. But there he is, Chris Louis. Must be really pleased with life. And on 9 points, one would have to say that Chris Louis looks pretty certain to be at that Commonwealth final at Kings Lynn on June the 2nd. Congratulations to him, 2 points to Joe Screen and 1 to Dave Mellett. So week number 13, Steve Schofield red, Martin Dugard is in blue, Kevin Tatum white, and Sean Wilson in yellow and black as they drive from the start. And straight into the lead goes Calvin Tatum in the white Harvey colour. So Tatum it is who leads at the moment. Tatum leads. Steve Schofield in second place, and the minor places between Martin Dugard and Sean Wilson, which is a bit of a surprise to say the least. Dugard, who's done so well, finds himself at the back at the moment, and Steve Schofield, who's been a little bit disappointing, is in second place. So it's all changed in heat number 13, but it's all eyes on the man in pole position, who is Calvin Tatum, who has come back from a disappointing first ride. Calvin Tatum, disappointing first time out, but bouncing back with true character that we all know he's capable of. The previous British champion in 1990 and also in 1987. And there we see the man who's trying desperately to get that solitary point, Martin Dugard. At the moment in time, it's yellow and black helmet colour of Sean Wilson is holding at bay. And coming up to take the win, it is Calvin Tatum that wins. Second place, a surprise second place to Steve Schofield, and the third to Sean Wilson. So disappointment for Martin Dugard. But there he is, Calvin Tatum, 3 more points to him. So he's surely now booked his place through to the Commonwealth final. Calvin Tatum, of course, rode for Coventry. He's the winner of heat number 40. So heat 15, John Davis is in red, Andy Smith blue, Alan Graham in white, and Mark Lauren in yellow and black. Riders desperately need to get the points here to stand any chance of going further. Andy Smith probably the only one with a bit of a scoreline. Mark Lauren needs to get some more. He's on 4 at the moment. So they come into the line. A lot of attention now mounts. They all know what they've got to do. They all know what they've got to achieve to get to Kings Lynn. They don't want to bow out at this early stage of the World Championship. They've overcome the 2 semi-finals at Ipswich and of course Cradley Heath in this quest for the British final. So then, this is heat 15. The tapes go up now and away they drive, and into the first turn it's Davis who's there. John Davis is there in first place, and also coming under him is Andy Smith. So Andy Smith and John Davis. Davis still holds on. John Davis leads from Andy Smith, and coming around the outside in white is Alan Graham. Alan Graham's now come through the vintage age of his career, still showing he can do it. Andy Smith and Alan Graham locked together. Martin Loram in yellow and black in 4th place, trying also to come through on them. It's all action in the back 3. Clear of the pack is John Davis. Doesn't know what's going on behind him though. Alan Graham still in second now. Martin Loram, tremendous effort for Martin Loram, who comes around both the opposition and gets through to second place. So Davis leads. Loram now second. Alan Graham third. And Andy Smith tailed off in 4th place. So lead, and everything has changed hands in the minor places. Now Andy Smith takes the last bend over. Has he got anything left? It's all so much difference happening here. As Davis wins, and on the line it was the rider in white who was in second place, Alan Graham, and in 3rd place it was Martin Loram. What a tremendous finish to heat number 15. And Alan Graham not too pleased with life with John Davis, but it's John Davis who gets the 3 points as he led from the second turn. Congratulations to him. But the